Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Crafts Showoff. My name is Reason, and today I am doing episode 3. I'm not exactly, I'm going to make this short and sweet, and right now, as you can see, I'm working with the Delta Orion, and it's on the mission to land on the moon kind of thing. I've managed to get this thing into space. This is a space version of the craft. Let you take a look at it there. There we go. Yeah, this thing is modified for space travel. Although I've got to still update this craft a little more. Today I'm going to be showcasing my own personal crafts rather than other people's for some reason. Wait, I don't need a reason. I am a reason. Fucking record. This is an antimatter rocket. That's what it's called. It's a prototype to the Omega's Gel series. This, if I remember correctly, is the first test prototype. There's 4 rockets, or 3 or 4 before the Kerbals tried to build the main thing. Anyway, the antimatter was started because Andrew was just messing around with different fuels, and yeah, he made Omega Gel, which uses antimatter, and came up with this thing. Oh, it needs a little more power. And you can decrease and control the speed on this one. This is a simple version. Not a very complicated rocket. Has your antimatter tank and then your gel. Yeah. Whatchamacallit, and then the other thing. Connected to that thing, connected to this thing. This rocket picks up speed very quickly. Very easily. It's not very controllable. I can't even turn it, so it's stuck going. Oh, looks like we're having critical failure here. Better slow her down a little bit. No need to go too fast on this one. This will get into orbit quite nicely. Look at that. It's red hot, and this is very simple to get into space. This thing's nuts. You've got your whole science things. And not too much is said about this rocket. This is just the test version of one of Andrew's rockets. Part of the Special Missions Project Gel series. And this thing was tested, blown up, tested, blown up. Alright, we're gonna point this thing to Eve, and yeah, this thing really chews on power. It's only the test version, so it's not the best. Want to make sure I save some power, otherwise it will be disabled. Now, super warp engage. As you can see, this thing really picks up Delta V incredibly fast. It's a very powerful rocket. I don't know if it will get there, to tell you the truth. Oh well. This is an experimental rocket, so, you know, we're just gonna burn it out. And yeah, we have no fuel left. So we need to create some more fuel. And this thing has no way to recharge itself. Alright, let's burn up the last of our fuel. Wow. Now let's see where we're at. I could get those nodes a little closer if I had more fuel, but I don't. Unfortunately, folks, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this thing to Eve. It's just not going to work. But enjoy the passing by of Kerbal as it drifts off into nothingness and disappears for all eternity, deep space to be lost forever. Let's go to our next project. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. The antimatter was the second generation rocket. This is the protomatter rocket. This is the first generation, the original. Oh, that was my mistake. I got all this crap coming up. Okay, go away. There, thank you. Alright, this is the more powerful version. It, strangely enough, has no use for protomatter. It's a little different from the other one. Anyway, blah blah blah, let's get to work. Now this one's quite a bit more powerful. And you'll see why in just a minute. This was the first generation, so it's strangely enough overpowered. Okay, yeah, there's no hotkeys for this one. Let's get this one into orbit. Same problem. Oh, yeah, this one will work. No, it won't. Okay, yeah, this one has the same problem as the other one. It does not get into orbit very easily. It goes fast. It's powerful. Let's try to get up there. Now you can regenerate your antimatter and protomatter, but the regenerators, or the generators, suck electricity really fast. So if you're going to do this, be very wary of how much power you use, because this, well, not on this one. This one has a good amount of power, but those will drain your batteries fairly fast. So be mindful of how much battery power you have. Now, we are going to send this one into oblivion as well. Yeah, okay. Well, let's send this one to Eve. Just because I can. And of course, oh yeah, so now it wants to do its thing. Alright, let's start up our gel core. And let's go full power. Be mindful of how much battery power we use, but maybe we can get to Eve with this one. Look at those numbers fly. It's pointing towards Eve, but it definitely has a long way to go. These rockets will get out of the sphere of influence really quickly. And if you're not careful, it will destroy itself. They're super powerful. This one more so than the antimatter rocket. But this isn't the most powerful one. And now we are in orbit of Eve. Not exactly the most efficient way of getting there, or the best kind of orbit, but for this video that's good enough. Well, ladies and gentlemen, next let's move on to the big brother of the protomatter rocket. Here we have the third generation protomatter, or third generation antimatter rocket. Sorry. This is the Gell Omega Drive vessel. It's far more powerful than the last two, and it's bigger. It's basically the last prototype before Gell Omega was introduced onto starships for special missions projects. Without further ado, let's fire this bad boy up. Now this thing is super powerful. The last one, I'm hardly even touching the throttle and this thing takes off like crazy. I put this engine to the test, and this engine alone is capable of pushing 2 million tons single-handedly into orbit. That would be special missions projects' most heaviest engines. 2 million tons worth of those on this single drive, and it's capable of that kind of power. This is what happens when you have it on raw power. Self-destruct. You better not do that yet. It destroys itself. In case you're wondering what happens to it if you go too fast, there you have it. Fourth generation in the new Special Missions Project Blue Dragon Code Blue rocket. It's a starship. This, for some reason, is not working. Well, this is the the third ship, or not the third, the fourth generation ship, Gell Omega Drive series on the Special Missions mod version 4. Of course, as you notice, there's been a lot of difficulty, so I just sped through most of it, the launch, and used HyperEdit to get this thing into space, which has been really annoying. And my mic cuts out. So I just forgot a whole ton of stuff I was trying to say, and now this. Anyway, this is a view of the ship in night mode. It looks pretty good. It's all lit up. Yeah, for some reason the Kerbal physics has been really going haywire on me. And this is what the result is. So most of the stuff's not... As you just noticed, I was doing some whole data thing, trying to use the hotkeys. The first, number one, is the panels and all that. 3 and 4 is your engines. I think 4 is the cargo bay. And yeah, you'll have to figure out the rest of the action keys when you get the thing. So anywho, without further ado, I'm going to end it off. This is the Rendell, or whatever I called it. I forget. I can't even pronounce the old names of my ships. Isn't that bad? Well, there's a nice picture right there. That's good. I love that. Well, there's what the ship looks like in orbit. Well, my name is Reason, and if you like this video, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care, folks. Bye.